T here, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood. In the last part, we felt the burn, and oh, it burned. Oh, it burned. And, yeah, we found out Alphino wasn't there. So, now what? Shadows in the Empire. I had hoped to steal a moment's rest after our little outing, but would seem duty calls a foreign emissary arrived in my absence. Do not let us keep you then. Actually, I was wondering if you might join me. I cannot think of a guest who could fail to be impressed by the presence of a scion. At least none I should be happy to receive. Of course, if you think it will be useful. Thank you. Let's return to my mana then. Go ahead and use the slight shortcut in the internet here. Actually, I believe this shard was only added within Shadowbringers. I don't think it was here before. I think it was just the north and south ones. Lord Hand is expecting you. Of course he is! Do you have any other line to say? No. So.
Lise, what brings you here?
Oh, Alliance business. We have a request for Doma. Well, Hien. But that can wait. They told me you were out searching for Alphino. Did you manage to pick up his trail? Well, if he wasn't at the crash site, he might still have escaped. We have to keep searching.
And we will. Alphino embarked on this journey as an emissary of Dorma, and I hold myself responsible for his safe return. I will have our shinobi in the provinces search for him as a matter of urgency. Chin up, Alize. You'll get to admonish your brother for his recklessness yet.
Well, someone has to do it.
I'm sure he's going to be fine. There is one thing I'm not sure about, though. You said it was the Emperor's personal guard that attacked Alphino's airship. But the Popularis would never have been able to arrange the prisoner exchange without Varus's blessing. So why would he sabotage his own mission?
They may not have been acting on Varus's orders. The guard answer not only to him, but to his family, the Crown Prince included.
When Yotsuyu summoned Tsukuyomi, Asahi was quick to proclaim that a Dorman citizen had violated the terms of our agreement, that the negotiations had failed. And it is this version of events that is now being repeated across Garlemald. To hear the tale, one would think the prisoner exchange never took place. Plainly, someone is manipulating matters from the shadows. Most likely Xenos, or whoever it is that wears his face.
Whichever Ascian you mean. We all know the nature of our adversary.
The servants of chaos are true to their name. Their meddling has cost Dorma a chance at peace. Whoever it was that loosed his personal guard, the Emperor cannot be ignorant of these developments. We must proceed on the assumption that our treaty is indeed in tatters. But come, Lise. You have journeyed far. Let me hear your petition.
Right. So the big news is that Alamigo has agreed to join the Eorzean Alliance. To make it official and discuss where we all go from here, the leaders of the 5 nations are planning to hold a meeting, and we were hoping you might come too. We've already seen what we can achieve when we work together, and the Alliance hopes to work even more closely in future. They think it's our best hope of keeping the Garleans in check, and I agree.
As do I. By coordinating our efforts in the east and west, we may be able to discourage them from committing their forces to a single front. I accept your invitation. I must, however, ask for time to attend to some pressing matters here. In light of recent events, the risk of Imperial reprisals is greater than ever, and I would not leave Dorma unguarded. Ere I depart, I must shore up her defenses.
Understood. I'll let the Alliance know. We'll wait to hear from you before setting a date. The meeting's to be held at the Royal Palace in Alamigo, incidentally. Do you remember the way?
Well enough. Please assure my hosts that I will not keep them waiting any longer than I have to.
Consider it done. And thank you for agreeing to come. If we all put our heads together, we're sure to find the best way forward. For everyone.
My advisors and I will presently convene to discuss the matter of Doma's defenses. You are welcome to stay, of course. I do not offer it. I would have requested leave to remain. Where the Asians are concerned, not maybe left a chance. As ever, we would benefit from your experience. I thank you for coming, Lise. Even if it wasn't on official business, I'd hope there might be time to show you the land you helped to save, but I will settle for a fleeting visit if needs must. There never does seem to be enough time for anything, does there? But I did get to see a little of the Enclave. You made excellent progress, I must say. And so you'll have the chance to see how we're getting on too. Till the meeting then. Arya, I was wondering if I might have a word with you before I go. In private? Go on, my friend. I will send for Hakuro and the others in the meantime. Great, I'll wait for you at the docks. Now, is this gonna be voiced or unvoiced? I'm guessing unvoiced. Yeah, this is unvoiced. Thanks for coming. Knowing you probably guessed what I wanted to talk about. Alize, she's acting as if everything's alright, but it's clear she's barely coping. The Alize I know is overbearing, willful, and reckless, and that's fine! It's how she deals with feeling weak. She has to keep moving or she's afraid she'll fall apart. A lot like me. But the thing about people like us is that we need someone else to keep an eye on us. I had Papalimo, and now I have my friends in the Resistance. And Alize has you and the Scions. Before you start, I'm not saying you're neglecting her. I'm sure you aren't, and I'm sure you won't. But she's a good friend, and when I see her like this, I can't help worrying. So please, make sure you give her all the support she needs, alright? You have nothing to worry about, seriously. I got this. Thank you, Arya. Goes without saying, but if there's anything I can do, you only need to ask. Well, I'd best be off. See you in Alamigo. Oh, come on. Back to Hien. Ah, there you are, my friend. Everyone has assembled, so let us begin. Please don't make me voice this whole thing. I would greatly appreciate that, honestly. Ah.
If we are to ready ourselves for invasion, we shall need manpower, provisions, and time, all of which are in notably short supply.
Candid as ever, you giddy, and correct, I concede. Fortunately, I have an idea. 'Tis plain no single nation can stand against the might of the Empire. And it was only with the aid of others that Dorma succeeded in winning her freedom. So, I mean to take a leaf out of our Eorzean friends' book and form an alliance of our own. In addition to those with whom we already share an understanding, I would reach out to Hingashi and Suinosato, and further afield to the myriad peoples of Nangsha and Dalmasca. I am under no illusion. Not all will answer the call. Yet disparate though we may be, we are united in our desire for freedom. If our neighbors could be made to see what is at stake, Ascian machinations and all, cooperation need not be so far-fetched a notion.
It may even seem practical. Under the guidance of our former leader, Master Louis Soir, we once strove to unite the fractious city-states of Eorzea. I dare say that experience shall be of use in your endeavor.
We should be glad of your wisdom.
For the record, I would have been in favor of this plan even if it hadn't been my grandfather's, but I have to ask, how will we secure the time to carry it out? Not that anyone has forgotten, but the Garleans have airships. Lots and lots of airships. Should they catch wind of our plan, they could send an armada to overwhelm us before our alliance had even begun to take shape.
Not if we deny them access to the skies. During our time in the Burn, the Warrior of Light and I chanced upon some Allagan ruins.
Oh?
As such ruins go, they were not particularly unusual, but something about the surrounding land struck me as odd. Faint though it was, its ethereal residue was uncannily similar to that of Azizlar. Identical, in fact. For locations so far removed to share a single etheric signature is all but impossible. I conclude, therefore, that the Allagans created the floating continent with land taken from the Burn.
While that is a most intriguing theory, I fail to see what relevance it has to Dorma's defense.
Azizlar was enclosed in a powerful energy barrier, impenetrable even to an Agrius-class battleship. It occurred to me that those ruins may have enjoyed similar protection. I have no proof, but the Warrior of Light did report seeing a structure resembling other known Allagan field generators.
All right. But even if we could put up such an energy barrier, it surely wouldn't extend beyond the limits of the Burn. So what's to stop the Garleans flying around it?
Fuel. The Dalmascan capital, Rabanasta, was a key imperial refueling point in the east. By laying waste to it as a lesson to the rest, the Empire greatly hindered its own operations in the region. If an imperial fleet were to advance upon Dorma, it would now have little choice but to travel, as the crow flies, over the Burn.
I see.
A word of caution. Even assuming the generator still functions, raising a barrier of such a scale will require a prodigious amount of energy. And few places are so bereft of suitable crystals as the Burn.
A source of energy. Tell me, did the Allagans make a habit of launching things into the sky?
curious question. Besides Az's Law, I know of only one other notable instance. The Red Moon Dalamud, whose fall triggered the calamity.
Just the 2 occasions, you say? Then I believe I may have a solution to our energy problem.
You do?
I may. To find out for sure, we would need to visit the Azim Steppe. Which would, I now see, present the perfect opportunity to discuss an alliance with the Zayla tribes. How very neat. What say you then? Shall we see whither this road leads?
Sure. A power in slumber. It's settled then. I will join to Azim Steppe with the Scions. Yigiri and Hakura, I leave our other neighbors to you. My apologies, but I won't be joining you. I am no etherologist, and what skills I do possess are unlikely to be of any great use to the mission. More importantly, it seems to me that the ruins in the burn warrant attention. And so, while you are away securing an energy source, I will engage our friends at Garland Ironworks to undertake a complete overhaul of the field generators. We'll need them in good working order if our plan is to succeed. I trust there are no objections. Have care in the burn. Have care on the step! From what I hear, the Zayla like fighting with friends almost as much as foes. Good luck. Just the 3 of us then. Very well. Shall we first make for reunion? Sure. Let us make for reunion! Oh, yeah. I was about to fly north. We don't want to fly north, though. So this is the Azim Steppe. The tales do not do it justice. If you think the view is impressive here, wait until we reach higher ground. Actually, seeing as it's your first visit, permit me to show you my favorite spot.
I will never tire of this vista. The endless fields, the boundless skies. 'Tis a sight to make a man forget his cares.
But not his purpose, I trust. Might this be a fitting moment to tell us what we are doing here?
Of course. During my time with the mole, I learned some few myths of this land. One goes thus. In the distant past, when all seemed doomed, a wayfaring soul came unto the steppe. Venturing into the northern crag, he received of Nama a sliver of her essence, a shard of the shining moon, and with it clove the tainted land from the earth. The end thus averted, to these fields did the wayfaring soul return, and venturing once more into the northern crag, he buried the shard, and made unto the heavens an offering of blood.
A tainted land cloven from the earth and an offering of blood to the heavens. Azizlar and Dalamud.
That was my thinking, yes.
And you believe that yonder mountains hide an artifact possessed of sufficient power to raise Azizlar up to the heavens? I suppose that might suffice.
Worth a closer look, would you say?
I would.
From here, we shall travel to Mo'ilo. There we may ask Sirena about the particulars of the myth and raise the matter of an alliance with the rulers of the steppe. Alright. Ian, Arya, I am glad of your visit and the opportunity to welcome a new friend. How may we serve you? There is a matter I would discuss with the mole. It concerns not only the people of the steppe, but of every land in the Far East. A shard of the shining moon left behind by a wayfaring soul. You need this to protect our lands? I do. My friends and I wish to find the shard and ascertain the extent of its power. Will you tell me more of the place where it lies buried? This northern crag? If that is your wish. In the mountains to the north, there's a cavern called the House of the Crooked Coin. Inside this cavern are pillars of stone that legend holds to be the source of Nama's power. There, I believe, you will find what you seek. Ah yes, I know the place. 'Tis a brisk walk from here. And what are your thoughts on the alliance? Should the Empire return, our lands will be engulfed in a storm of conflict, whether we will it or no. If we do not stand together, we will fall apart. This I believe with all my heart. However, among the tribes of the steppe, there are those who revere Nama above all else. To them, the pillars are sacred and not to be disturbed. Should you proceed as you propose, such tribes are like to spurn an alliance, prompting others to follow their example. That is my concern. But it is by no means certain that the pillars will provide the power you seek. Ere you risk the ire of the followers of Nama, might you not first visit the House of the Crooked Coin? If all is as you hope, then we may then consider how best to earn their blessing. I thank you for your counsel. We will do as you suggest. I have no desire to give offense to those whom I would join hands. Thank you for your understanding. Though the mole may reign over the steppe today, this decision will shape the days to come, and we will not force others into war against their will. Nor we. 100-fold stronger are they who choose to fight of their own accord. Oh my gosh. Rewards! Ah! The Will of the Moon. It seems the time has come to put my skills to use. Pray lead the way to the House of the Crooked Coin. Alright, so thankfully they're like, oh, so far away, but we can fly. So we can just fly right up here. Hopefully there's not a hunt waiting to munch our face. There is a hunt waiting to munch our face. Hi, Giri! How are you?
Such an abundance of ether.
Are we in luck?
We are. This is an Allagan artifact, most likely built to regulate the flow of ether. I strongly suspect the ancients used it to stem the flow from here to the burn. That would explain how they were able to untether what became Az's La from its surroundings. But were we to throw open the floodgates, the resultant deluge would surely be sufficient to raise our wall. And in restoring the flow, we may also restore life to the wasteland.
What is it?
While the device itself harbors a surfeit of ether, the opposite is true of the surrounding area. An effect of regulation, perhaps. A similar phenomenon seemed to be occurring in Doma. Whatever the explanation, the answer will not reveal itself here. We have seen what we needed to see. Let us return to Mol Ilo.
You mean I get to go say hello to my little friend again? I'm so excited. Hi, Giri! You found that which you seek, then. Great indeed is the Dust Mother's power. If not, less will suffice to protect our lands. The blessing of the other tribes must now be sought. Of course, but to which tribe should we appeal? There are many who worship Nama, but none are so fervent in their faith as the Datharl. Their consent shall be the key. The Datharl least spoke of them, a warlike tribe possessed of unique customs and beliefs. I sense their cooperation will not be easily won. Nay, but will be well worth the effort. The Datharl fear nothing. Death least of all, and our alliance will be greatly strengthened by their presence. Let's go to the Datharl Ka and treat with their Han. Yeah. Sadu. Hatun Sadu, there we go. Alright, so I'm gonna make a little trip over to Doro Ilo. That's the closest one. You again. Other matters demand their time, Han, unless it is battle you seek. Oh gosh. Alas, not quite the opposite, in fact. Talking, always talking. You say the pillars hold great power. Of course they do. They are the source of Nama's strength. To the Datharl, no place is more sacred and will make ash of any who would defile it. Though I see this is not your wish. You see the wisdom of our proposition, then. You will join hands with us. I said nothing of joining hands. You wish to wield Nama's power to defend these lands, and this I will allow. But for leaving the steppe to fight the men in iron, I would have something in return. Namely battle with you, Han. Hi? From the dawn into the era began, I would face you again, alone, without distractions. Defeat me, prove yourself the stronger, and you shall have the Datharl as your allies. Surely these are agreeable terms? Well, this is a not wholly unexpected turn of events, though I had assumed I would be the one required to fight. Alas, the Hatun has made her choice. Shall we dance? Ha! It shall be a battle of the steppe, shall not soon forget. Ah, already my soul burns, brother. Prepare yourself, Han, and await me outside the hall. I will gather my witnesses and join you anon. No, I got this, yo. I got this. Alright. So it's just right out here. Of course, guess what this is gonna be. It's gonna be a solo instance. Told you! Our glowing destination here.
Yes! This spot shall serve as well as any. I shall enjoy this, Han.
Is this truly necessary? Have you no peaceable way of making decisions?
Speak not of peace. You stand before proud warriors of the Dathal. In the heat of battle, do our souls burn brightest. We lay low the strong that we may rise higher. That is our way. The way of might. There is no other.
Oh, they do not want for conviction.
Indeed. It's what makes them such dangerous enemies, and such useful allies.
Enough talk! It is time to fight!
Alright. This is our rematch, I guess. Come on, let us dance. Wait, what does she have on here? Oh, Mortal Soul, okay. Let me guess, you have positionals too, don't you? Spelling Wind. Let's go ahead and avoid that. Oh yeah, she is kinda just melting, isn't she? You mind? You are strong indeed, a worthy champion of the steppe. But you're mistaken if you think I will fall so easily. And now she only has 3. You can see where this is going, can't you?
In death do our souls sing!
Can you say spot, I believe? Those are just gonna be like a trend for every single one. Fighting you is pure bliss. Such sweet pleasure, I would not suffer to end so soon. Alright, I got some fun shavers. Stone Speaks. Do you mind? Well, do not tell me that's all you have. My soul demands more, Han. Give me more. Alright, let's go ahead and take out these ads.
In death do our souls sing!
And go ahead and dodge that. Before she prepares this falling dust goddess.
In death do our souls sing!
Alright. Either up one more time, maybe? You mind not doing that? Oh, my arms grow heavy. My eyes dim. As long as my lifeblood flows, I will fight on! Yar! 10?
How it burns!
Come, let's begin anew. 60 seconds to meteor impact. Literally have a timer here. Circle of life.
In death do our souls sing! Yes! Yes! Not since the Nardum has my soul burned so! Come, we have only just begun.
Enough! You were not granted leave to set the steppe ablaze.
Well, well, the sun has come out to play.
Be gone, Moonstruck Coroneer! I am busy!
Fool of a Dothal! Have you forgotten the face of your master already? The sun will never set! From his seat on high, he reigns over all, now and forever. Yet what should he find here but a battle to determine the fate of the steppe? A battle waged without his blessing. This will not stand. You, Doman! You who come to petition the warriors of this land, forget that all Nama's children are wards of the Orinir. As first among my brothers, your petition is mine alone to judge.
These words are as wind from a horse's backside. Plentiful, but your axe sings more sweetly. Let her speak for you.
Insolent child. You will learn your place!
Forgive me, Brother Magni, but we have an arrangement with the Dothal. We will not abide any interruptions.
So be it. The sun will pass judgment on all. Didakul, join me.
Okay.
The sun is in good company. We may dance alone.
Beg not for mercy, for you will have none. Bear witness to the power and the glory of Azim!
Constantly at each other's throats like rabid dogs. Gods, I'm turning into her. I have not the patience for this, but if we must fight, let us at least be brief. Come.
Oh yeah, by the way, we aren't controlling ourselves. Did I not mention that last time that they're doing this a lot? Yeah. So, we are now Ishtola. So we got Stone 4 of the 7th Dawn, Arrow 2 of the 7th Dawn, Gear 2 of the 7th Dawn, and Etherwell, which is just your regular MP recovery thing on mages. So, come, plead your case unto the sun. Oh, we shall endeavor to be the most convincing. When we claim victory, I claim he and for the Baduga. Huh, do as you will. Alright, let's go ahead and put that on there. Focus on Magni, leave Didakul to me. I was just casting arrow on him.
Bow down before me!
Alright, so let's go ahead and take care of the center one. And just get back to Magni here. cure you. Because apparently you need cure. Let's move this right along.
Let.
You've left yourself open, Domin.
Concentrate.
See the heal's wounds. So yeah, let's go ahead and heal the Heal? My fist swells with passion and Badugo every last drop I give to you, Hean. Let's see the Hean's wounds again. Apparently also see the my wounds, because holy heck. So you still stand. Soon you will kneel.
Bow down before me.
Again.
Mark well and learn.
Oh, I am doing a terrible job, indeed. This isn't over, Hean. Like wind chisel. Yeah, by the way, this is about as fun as it normally is to solo stuff on a healer. In case you were wondering. Hail Father.
Bow down before me.
Know the folly of opposing the whim of Azim.
Tremble before the sun.
See as the father take on extraordinary hardness. Let's go ahead and just finish smacking. The axes will not break. You have nowhere to hide. Very well, then you stole it. To me. Okay. Rally point. I shall take care of this.
Let us be about
recover
it.
some MP here. Predictable. What? Every step you take, every move you will make, sun sees all. Now, ball. So where am I? Aren't I supposed to be fighting nearby? Oh yeah. QTE time.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm gonna finish this.
Ether, to me. Have at you.
What strength? What grace is this?
Never have I felt such bliss in defeat. 'Twas a battle to burn soul and flesh to ash. We Dothal will lend you our strength as promised. Narma's power is yours to wield. What does the sun say to that?
The sun is not driven by base motives such as yours. But they have been judged and found worthy. It is the way of the Oranir to accord recognition and respect to the strong. You have made sufficient proof of your strength. The sun shall answer your call.
You have our thanks. We are glad to call you allies.
You? By what are you called?
Y'shtola, why?
Are you my Nama?
I beg your pardon?
In battle, you shone with all the majesty of the full moon's light. Your healing touch, the embodiment of the Dusk Mother's love. Long had I wondered if my Nama might not be a woman of the steppe. Beholding you, I am all but certain. Now, look into my eyes. Could it be? Could you be?
I am. Not interested, little son. Try again when you've become a man.
Little?
Little son! Little son! Does it pain you, little son? Crave you salve to soothe the ache? Fire to sear the wound in your heart?
We have wasted enough time here. Siren awaits for word of our success.
Wow. You had not only to contend with Sadu, but Magni too. Such a fierce battle that must have been. Yet here you stand, triumphant. When past such a test, they could not well deny you their allegiance. The Mo will take no such demands. Weak though we are, we will gladly stand with you. The steppe is our home, and we'll defend it with all our being. You have my heartfelt thanks. Of all the tribes of the steppe, there is none I would rather have at my side. God's willing, many more will rally to our cause. I shall send you word when we have answers from all the tribes. I cannot thank you enough, Serena. None of this would have been possible without you. Alright. The call. We have the requisite consent. It is time to put Nama's power to use. If the ether flows as planned, all that remains is to have the Ironworks engineers do their work with the ruins. Come, let's return to the House of the Cricket Coin. Kiri's still here, by the way. I shall begin at once. You may wish to step back.
Did it work?
It did. Ether may flow freely to the burn once more.
I did not pretend to understand what you did, Ishtola, but you did it! Thanks to you, and Arya, of course. You've taken the momentous steps towards securing our defenses. Now, as much as I believe a rest is in order, we should probably make haste back to the Enclave. Agreed. The others may already have returned from their missions, and I would know how things stand. As would I. Without further ado, then. Judging by your triumphant expressions, I take it all went well in the Azim Steppe. Indeed, we secured a suitable source of energy for the barrier. Good. Tatara and I have commissioned Garland Ironworks to ensure that the field generators function as they should. A team of engineers stand ready to set up for the burn at a moment's notice. You'd only say the word. Thank you for engaging their services on our behalf. The minutiae of the arrangement, you may leave. Which leaves the small matter of our alliance. So, Yugiri and Hakura, how fared you with our neighbors? My lord, all the factions we approach are in agreement that the Empire poses a threat and may respond positively to talk of an alliance. From Hingashi to Sui no Sato, however, we receive outright rejections. The former will not break its treaty with the Empire, and the latter will not involve itself in conflict. Just as I expected then. Well, there is naught to be done about it. We must focus on the rest. To each of the nations that were amenable to an alliance, I will personally send a missive. And once I've attended to that, I believe we will have done everything we can to fortify Delta's defenses. For the time being, at least. Which means I may leave for the meeting in Alamiga with a lighter heart. Yugiri, Hakura, if you would be so kind as to hold the fort in my absence. My friends, we could not have achieved so much in so little time without your help. For that, I give you my heartfelt thanks. Till the meeting, then. I took the liberty of asking Thancred to attend as well. He should have arrived in the Alamigan quarter by now. And let's not keep him waiting, shall we? However, I think I might head to the Alamigan quarter and call it there for now. And in the next part, we will go ahead and speak with Thancred. So, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking, commenting, and or subscribing. I had to do a double take there. If you really enjoyed it, consider supporting the channel. All the support greatly helps her keep making content like this and more. You can find the links for that in the description, along with links to me on social media. So thank you again for watching, and until next time, this is rinimt, signing out. Bye!